Three friends enter the grasslands, and in order to escape, they must complete their tasks by explaining the local plants and animals in the area. This globe shows all the grasslands around the world, including savannas, temperate grasslands, montane, and flooded grasslands.
Yo, did you take that Spanish test today?
Yes, bro. It was so hard. I think I failed.
Yeah, question 5, I couldn't even understand
Yeah,
that.
it's talking about the weirdest things ever.
Yo,
bro.
guys, come back.
Yo, I bought something from the pawn shop.
What?
I bought a board game. Apparently, the pawn shop owner told me that it was cursed.
Actually?
Yeah. So what
Wait,
happened?
What happened?
So what happened was somebody played the board game,
Uh-huh.
and then they just disappeared. They still not found.
I don't believe that.
That sounds cool, bro. I want to play.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, I'm actually so excited to play this game.
Yeah, I've never heard of a board game
Yeah,
like
me
that.
too. I'm kind of nervous though.
Yeah, I don't know how that guy disappeared. I think my dad was telling me about this. I
Yeah?
don't know.
So how do you explain it? Safe to play?
Yeah. It's probably just a fluke.
Yeah, I don't think it's related to the board game.
Because how is a board game making somebody disappear?
Yeah.
Wait, you guys want to play
find out.
here?
It's
perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect to play.
Alright.
Okay,
Alright, so
here.
here.
But I don't think anything bad could happen. But what if?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, here you go. The red chip is already out. And it's probably just from the last, what do you? Yeah, take this. Okay.
Alright, you said to put it on here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll put mine here.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And now,
I'm getting bad at it.
I'm gonna take a card.
This is Nathan, the meteorologist. This is Sahil, the animal expert and botanist. This is Shreyam, the archaeologist.
Alright, let's see what we spawned in with.
Okay, so I have water. I have some bug spray.
Mhm.
I have my animal guide. And I have a little bit extra food just in case.
Alright.
What do you have?
I have this machete for hunting and getting through thick grass. I have this water bottle. Then I have this med kit. And I have my survival guide for tips we need in order to survive in the grasslands.
What do you have, Nathan?
I have nothing. Bruh.
Wait, what is that?
That is an American bison. They're herbivores, and so they occupy the second layer of the trophic pyramid. Bison primarily eat grasses, weeds, and leafy plants, typically foraging for around 9 to 11 hours a day. The bison's large protruding shoulder hump allows them to swing their heads from side to side to clear snow and for creating foraging patches. Male bisons can weigh up to 2,000 pounds, stand 6 feet tall, while females weigh up to 1,000 pounds and reach a height of 4.5 feet. Bison calves weigh 30 to 70 pounds at birth. They have a commensalistic relationship with an organism called a brown-headed cowbird. The brown-headed cowbird eats the jumping bugs that are dispelled by the bison. It is an omnivore, as will eat the bugs and seeds. Thus, it is placed in the third level of the trophic pyramid. The wingspan for an average cowbird is 14 inches, and their length is around 7 to 8 inches.
Cool. Are there any more commensalistic relationships?
Yup, there are more commensalistic relationships in prairies, such as the prairie dog and the burrowing owl. The burrowing owl use old and abandoned prairie dog tunnels as habitats. Prairie dogs are burrowing rodents native to North American grasslands, and despite their barking sound, they're actually related to squirrels, not dogs. They range from 12 to 17 inches long and weigh between 1 and 3 pounds. They're herbivores, meaning their diet usually consists of grass, seeds, roots, and weeds. In the grasslands, prairie dogs build complex underground tunnels that serve for many functions. The burrowing owl is a bird that hunts bugs and rodents at night. They also take up the third level of the trophic pyramid. To survive, they either take the trouble to build their own tunnel at night or they scavenge a tunnel from someone else, like a prairie dog.
Really?
Yeah, prairie dogs are also a keystone species since they are the primary food source for 9 other organisms in the grassland ecosystem, such as ferrets, owls, and badgers.
Now we're going to be talking about the trophic pyramid and how each organism in the ecosystem works together to survive.
First, we start off with the sun, the source of life. The producers take their energy from sunlight and create it into glucose. This glucose is eaten by herbivores. Herbivores use the energy for metabolic processes, and then carnivores eat those herbivores, and then the apex predator will eat those carnivores. In a grassland, we have the sun giving wild strawberries and other plants energy. That is 100% of the energy in the ecosystem. Then, organisms like the bison, the prairie dog, and the pronghorn will come and eat those plants. They'll get 10% of that 100%. So they'll get 10% of the energy. From there, carnivores such as the brown-headed cowbird, the burrowing owl, the coyote, and the fox will eat those animals, and they'll get 10% of the 10%, which is 1%. So they'll have 1% of the energy. Then finally, in a grasslands ecosystem, the apex predator would be the wolf. And the wolf would eat the coyote and the fox. And so they'd get about 0.1% of the energy in the ecosystem. So now all that's well and good. But we have arguably the most important part of an ecosystem, the decomposer. This recycles nutrients from dead animals. So in a grasslands ecosystem, the decomposer is an earthworm or fungi.
What type of animal is in that group over there?
Those are pronghorns eating grass over there. Since they're herbivores, they have to live in groups to protect themselves. They also take up the second layer of the trophic pyramid. They're hunted by foxes and coyotes. Foxes are omnivorous, so they take up the third group in the trophic pyramid. They eat berries and other animals. They are also intelligent mammals that'll live in many grassland regions around the world. The sharp hearing and excellent sense of smell help them locate prey in tall grasses. The strong sense of smell can also help them locate food from long distances. Coyotes, on the other hand, will only eat other animals, and so they're classified as carnivores. Even so, they're still on the third layer of the trophic pyramid. Coyotes are hunted by wolves. Wolves will eat animals that eat other animals, so wolves are placed in the top layer of the trophic pyramid. This means they are the apex predator, and so they don't have any natural predators in their habitat. Carcasses of dead prey are decomposed by earthworms and other decomposers. Yo, look at that pronghorn over there. Dude, I'm really hungry. You guys want to eat it?
Yo, go, don't worry. I'll go.
No, sure. Let me try. Please, I really want to do something.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm a master at hunting. All right, thank you. I got this. Don't worry.
I told you, you wouldn't be able to do it. I knew it, Nathan. Why did I trust you? Come on, get up. We need to build a shelter now, Nathan. Get up. We won't be able to survive the night, Nathan. Come on.
Okay.
Come up. Relax. We need to build a shelter now. We're not going to be able to survive the night.
In order to build a shelter in grasslands, you must dig inside the ground around 30 to 45 centimeters and then bundle a bunch of tall grass to block the wind and retain heat. The hole should be around 30 centimeters deep and 30 centimeters wide. This would provide concealed hot and highly efficient fire for warmth or cooking. Then you need a tall, sturdy material that wouldn't be blown away by wind. You dig the trench and you make the pit slightly wider than your shoulders so that you can lie down comfortably. Use the dirt and thick grass to act as a way to defend yourself from the wind. If you have a tarp, you can use that to cover yourself too.
There are many plants in a grassland. Some are pretty deadly while others are safe.
So is this safe?
No, don't eat that! That plant is called the Bermuda buttercup, which is highly toxic. It has high quantities of a chemical called oxalic acid, which binds with calcium in our body and can cause kidney damage and poisoning. It looks like a different plant called the true buttercup. The true buttercup is safe, but since it looks a lot like the Bermuda buttercup, let's just avoid buttercups altogether.
How about these?
These are mugwort. They contain a compound called thujone, which can cause severe allergic reactions and in high quantities can become a neurotoxin. Because of these risks, people should avoid eating wild mugwort. Mugworts are actually an invasive plant that spreads really quickly through underground stems called rhizomes. Rhizomes allow it to form large patches that can take over grasslands. As mugwort spread, it can crowd out native plants and reduce biodiversity. Another way it can do this is that it may release chemicals that suppress the growth of nearby plants.
The climate in grasslands is semi-dry. The soil is very fertile and is perfect for farming. The land is typically flat and so it is easier to farm here. Tall, short, and wildflowers are common while trees are rare. There are little amounts of trees because the grass takes up all the space as wildfires burn the trees down. It is pretty dry during the summer and wetter during the winter. Seasons affect temperatures normally usually between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius. Since it is summer right now, it is pretty dry, so heavily water-dependent plants such as wild strawberries are rare to find. Strong winds are also common because there are few trees or mountains to block them. Many animals in this biome have adapted to living in open areas by developing speed, camouflage, and burrowing behaviors. The grasslands provide important habitats for insects, birds, and grazing mammals. Now that we have finished our tasks in the game, we can now leave.
Jumanji!